system set up.
I just want to, just
I
send
don't
me an
think it
email.
doesn't sound onerous. It sounds, but maybe they don't get as many. We'll look at it. Martin.
May I just point out, on our website, there is a thing for reporting any kind of issues and stuff. I've been referring people around me to this website there, and I've had fantastic response on it. People who are uncomfortable using the computer stuff, I go on there and I report the issues. And every single issue I've reported on it, from street lights to potholes to flags to whatever, they're taken care of within 3 or 4 days. So I have no problem now. I just sort of tracked it myself. They haven't come back to me. I just kind of wander around and say, oh, good, the potholes are full.
I don't have time to wander around and see the potholes.
But you know what I mean. It's
But
like right there. Right?
when we get a letter, and what I'm going at, when we get a letter to council about an issue where there were 3 times and 3 assurances given that something would be done and it didn't happen, that is a political embarrassment to me. I'm not here to be embarrassed. So all I'm saying is to save everybody time and effort. I don't want to have to keep tracking stuff or calling. Just let's get a system that says, receive, here's where it's at, I'll let you know when it's at.
Probably the exception more than the rule.
Yeah.
I reserve the right of embarrassment for my own personal dealings, so.
Exactly.
The simple fact is whatever we can come up with, it sounds like Donna's working on a good thing. Obviously, we've got it. I mean, it's the old trick of morphing something. It's working quite well right now. Through you to John, we do. Did we not have a report here 3 months ago about the action thing? And I think just you're always trying to improve things, and I think that's what we got to do. Just keep improving it, and make sure that, I guess, when it comes right down to it, we're the conduit. We know, then it works. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Okay, the only other thing that I would add to that is that sometimes we do get a call with a request, and the request may be unreasonable, and that's where we have to step in and discuss with staff, and we can't be guaranteeing certain things are going to be fixed and going to be repaired, going to be looked after, because there could be a whole lot of implications. So I mean, we have to be careful of what we tell our ratepayers, and I know we all know that.
There's always two sides to every story.
And I guess let's continue to work together. I know, pick up the phone, and I mean, we're not huge, and...
But that's my point, they're busy too.
I know that they're busy,
so
but
easy.
okay.
It's so easy. It's like a hotel confirmation. You're confirmed, there's your number, bang. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Because they're busy.
Form of staff reports to council. This is really, we've gone through a little period of having our staff reports with for council review and direction instead of having a recommendation on there. That has caused some of the issues, I believe, with a motion being made and not being clear, not being understood. The recommendation is just that, it's a recommendation. And it is meant to be looked at. If you agree with it, fine, and if you want to tweak it, that's council's job. Take that recommendation. It's there based on the information in the report. Do we want the recommendations put in? Left out there, because we seem to be moving around a little bit on some of the motions that we make because we don't have a clear a base to start from with on the motion. Deputy Mayor Day.
My perspective on this is that I don't have a problem with recommendations generally, but I do find when it's a controversial issue, I would rather all councillors come to the table with kind of a neutrality and their own perspective on it, so we can discuss that. Because if staff gives us a recommendation in that instance, it's really leading us in a specific direction. So I think generally it's fine if Carol's asking us about streetlights or something, she can make a recommendation on that. But when it gets to be hot, then let's just let council know. Even if it means that it takes us time to come to clarity, it probably is worthwhile for us to go through that exercise.
So who makes that judgment whether it's hot or whether it's not?
That's the problem.
It's generally an instant.
I would agree with what Elizabeth is saying. I don't know. Rationale would pretty much, I would say, determined, but I think we kind of have an idea before you submit that piece of paper that says, you know, we're going to be tearing up all the streets in a day, so it's for the next 6 months, and I recommend that we do it so we can, you know, whatever, that there may be more report required before we go ahead and do this, should be a public consultation. consultation, whatever.
Council has that option completely to defer it and change the recommendation.
But I know where Elizabeth is coming from, if it's always recommended to do something by staff, you know, it goes back to what John was saying, the tail wagging the dog. We don't always jump at the time when we should be jumping, and then look like staff is always making a recommendation.
Ruth, kind of go around the table.
I'll say it anyway. In my opinion, this is one of the greatest time wasters that we have had for this council this past year. That's what we pay staff to do the research, and then we also do our own research. We come back to the table, we have all of that information that we may have researched individually, but we also see the staff report. Now, quite often, there's opportunity within the staff report to have options, option 1, option 2, option 3, or whatever. And that's fine, but we need to know from the staff perspective, in terms of the resources that we have, and in terms of legislative requirements, in terms of legal issues, they have that background. That's why they make the recommendation. They make the recommendation, it's there. As you indicated, Mr. Mayor, it is simply that. It is a recommendation, but at least it gives us the idea, and we know that they have researched those other pieces that we may not be aware of. It's still our prerogative to tweak that recommendation or to make changes, but I think it's only our due diligence that we ask for the staff to give us the recommendations based on their experience, based on any legal advice that they may have received, and based on the background. And then, we're big people. I mean, we can certainly tweak and we can certainly change, but I think we've spent an awful lot of time on some reports that we didn't need to spend if we at least know up front what the issues are and what the implications will be for the municipality.
I would just adding to that, that's what staff would pay for. Now, in other municipalities, do they use the term recommendation? Is that, okay. I guess I go back to Patty's report on the Canadian Tire. I personally really like that report with the options. And then what she said is, here are your options, and then, now that's not an opportunity for you to jump in. I'm giving
If
you
you're
a
using me as an example.
But I just say, I really like that one, and I think that's what it's saying. If the options are there, and based on your expertise and your knowledge base, if you say, here's what we're recommending, out of those 4 options, I have no problem with that. But I really like to see the options. So that was good. Now, go ahead if you want.
I'll have to have the mayor's permission.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to comment?
I would. Sometimes there aren't options.
Okay.
There are some issues that staff can identify options for council. But there are also other issues where, okay, let's use me as an example, because I'm probably bound legislatively a lot by my recommendations to council. I'm also bound by my 30 years of planning experience, okay? So when I recommend to you, it's based on experience and legislative responsibility, okay? You can take whatever I recommend to you and twist it any way you want, but my obligation to you is to try and help you make responsible, good legislative decisions, okay? That's what we try to do here. It's not intended to make council do things, it's to help you get from A to B to C to D, get where we need to go. That's all. That's it. You can do what you want with it.
John?
Just to add to that, reports are prepared very carefully, very methodically, and they're designed to provide council with the background information it needs in order to make decisions. We try to make it as broad, to cover the options, to cover all the implications, and to give you that background so that you have a context for your decision making. In some instances, there's a natural progression towards a recommendation. In some instances, there's an opportunity to present alternatives that council should be considering, and where those exist, we try to present those. But again, these are not in any way, shape, or form a sense that this is staff's opportunity that shouldn't be done. That's why we vet the reports with the managers. We try to make sure that you haven't addressed this aspect, and that's what I go through with the management team, saying can you provide some additional background on this, some additional background on this, avoid that, so that the report provides that